What is up, guys? I appreciate you tuning in. 2018 District 2 Semi-National Championship, Co-Angler Division. First place from North Carolina, first place from South Carolina. Both boater and co-angler advanced to the National Championship, which basically means the best guys from North Carolina and the best guys from South Carolina dishing it out for 4 spots at the TBF National Championship. This is my first year fishing TBF. This was my first time to Lake Hickory as well. Just want to give you a quick little background on practice. I didn't shoot a practice video. We were there for practice on Thursday and Friday. Thursday we went out there and it was slow, man. It was slow, it was cold. If you've never been to Lake Hickory before, a lot of clear water. I threw a bunch of stuff on Thursday. Ended up catching one on a jerkbait kind of late. And then Friday, it rained all day Friday. It was like 35 degrees. I didn't want to go, Mitch didn't want to go. We stayed at the house, so we had one day of practice basically. So that's all I had to go on really, was just the jerkbait bite. That's really all I knew. We could see bait and fish kind of deep. They weren't shallow. November 10th and 11th. So it was kind of that first real cold weather of the year. He comes straight up and he had probably just one back hook, looked like. Yeah, I mean, shit, that's fishing. That happens sometimes. You just heard me talk about it, and to fill you in on that, throw that thing out there and rip up and hooked up. I still have my jacket on and everything. The GoPro's not even running. Jump down there with the net, and he's coming, and he comes straight up. Not even beside the boat, but kind of out a little bit. I mean, he comes straight up. He had it just kind of on the side of his mouth, and he was able to throw it. Pretty disappointing, because I saw how big he was. He was probably a 4-pounder. To lose a 4-pounder within the first 5 minutes, pretty devastating. Brought me to my knees, I'm not gonna lie. To see that bait come flying back over my head. And that's the thing with the blade bait. Like, I understand it's treble hook bait, first off, and second off, it's heavy. So when he gets a little bit of momentum behind it, it could come out. That's part of it. It's part of fishing in general. And after 10 seconds or so, I accepted that. 3 minutes later, I turned around the other way, fired it the other way, ripped up on it one time, bam, hooked up. 2.5-pound largemouth, got him in the boat, calmed me down immediately. I mean, it sucks that I lost that fish, but that's over. Ain't nothing I can do about that now. But I got that 2.5-pounder in the boat, and I know that's a big deal. You didn't see that, but I got one keeper right now.
bass.
All right, guys, so the GoPro has died at this point. There's an hour left. Me and my boater, Patrick, we pull up to a rocky point, and I catch one on a drop shot. He's only 12 inches, but the two I had in the live well at the time were the 2.5 pounder, which was obviously over 14 inches, as well as the one that you guys saw me catch on the blade bait that was also over 14 inches. You might hear me say something about that. And then the spot was like 13 inches, spotted bass I caught on the jerkbait. So I was allowed one more under 14-inch bass. So I caught that one under, and in a tough tournament like this, where I knew it was super cold, bluebird skies, it was gonna be really tough. Filling out your two little ones was really important. Like, if nothing else, catch two little guys. So to be able to finish out that second little guy, have 4 keepers at the end of the day, all pretty pleased with how it went down, and headed away in now to see where it put us.
I just couldn't get the right bite. I probably had 8 none of them.
I lost that mother in Alabama rig on the 3rd cast. Really?
Co-angler first, then the boater. You can both set your bags in it, you can hold it. There's room. Chandler Todd, boat number?
39.
Co-angler, 39. Chandler Todd, how many you got?
I got 4.
You have a big one. 2.6 is
I might.
co-angler. For the big fish.
What about total?
I couldn't tell you. Oh, his big fish is 2.53. How many fish you got there?
4.
Chandler Todd's got 4 fish, 4 live. There you go, that's the way to do it. Double them bags up so one will leak into the other, but it slows it down. Thank you, sir. That's a white fish. He's in that cold water. Real cold. Pretty though. There you go. Another one. And they're large now too. Got a little extra weight to them. Chandler Todd, 4 fish, 4 live. It's gonna actually be a good weight. 6.16. 6.16. You're in the hunt on the co-angler side.
Good deal.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Scales are closed, gentlemen. Scales are closed.
Chandler up there in second place.
With Mr. Brandon Eggers.
Going for the wins, huh?
Brandon
Yeah,
Eggers.
yeah.
Motor 44, 40 watts. Your co-angler is Chandler Todd.
We're headed on the lake the first spot, and all of a sudden his boat starts to kind of slow down. I look over at him, and he kind of gives me a look like I don't know what's happening. And it finally kills. He goes to restart it, nothing. In that moment, that's a pretty sinking feeling, knowing that the rest of the day you are where you are. You have to move on. You have to put the trolling motor down and start fishing. And luckily we broke down right in front of the creek where I caught some of the fish the first day. So I told him, I said, hey man, I know there's fish in this creek. I know we can catch a few in there. Help me out, basically, because he had nothing to fish for. He didn't catch a fish the entire first day of the tournament, and there was nothing that could be done at that time. You know, I kind of had to gather him as well as myself, because he was, obviously it's his boat, and it's very understandable that he was kind of scrambling, thinking about, okay, how am I going to get this thing back? And I looked up a boat ramp for him. I know there's fish in this creek. There's a boat ramp in that creek. At the end of the day, we'll get you back. He was fine. We calmed down. We went in the creek. 5 minutes later, this happened right here.
kind of was in the back of this creek, and then my biggest was almost 3. And he was same deal on that blade bait in the back.
Yes. Right, good job, man. Yes. Woo. Oh, man. You might get a little fish on that, smaller than the other one.
Spot smaller.
You're probably wondering, wait, why are you measuring them? Why are you checking them versus the other little guy? The TBF does a kind of a cool thing. They do a small fish prize. So what my boater is saying there is, hey man, that's a $50 fish. Well, that's great and all, but if I lose by a couple ounces, that would suck, knowing that I was going for a small fish prize. I'm not showing up to a tournament to try to win a small fish prize. Easy decision for me to throw him back.
I can't do it. I'm here to win. Yeah, my uncle's fishing it, and there's another guy that we're staying with. I know he'd come get me too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I just got to get a hold of him. I'm gonna call him here in a little bit. Yeah, I just want to let you know that we broke down out here. What's the rule here? If we catch fish, I bring them back in somebody else's boat. Yep, sounds good. All right, I got 3 fish in the live well right now, and I need somebody at the end of the day to come pick me up so I can weigh these fish. But yeah, towards the end of the day, if you could just call me or something so I can weigh these fish. All right, buddy. See ya.
Well, we've seen him do it.
Uh-huh. Oh! Oh, we come off.
All right guys, so it's really hard for me to stop fishing. When I lock in and I start fishing, it's really hard the second that GoPro dies for me to stop, take the battery out, put a new battery in, take an old card out, put a new card in, whatever. It's really hard for me to do that. I'm getting better, and as I'm gonna be filming more YouTube videos, I promise I'm gonna do a better job of it so I don't miss anything. But in this case, I culled up on a jerkbait on a long rocky point in that creek where we broke down. I culled up maybe half a pound. I took the 7-inch largemouth out of there and caught a 13-inch spotted bass on the jerkbait. It was a good feeling to cull up just a little bit more. I really wish he would have been 14 inches instead of 13 inches. That would have been great, because then I could have kept the tiny largemouth as well. Uncle Mitch is gonna pick me up. He's gonna take me back to the ramp, and we're gonna weigh him in, see what we got.
3, 1 good spot, 1 just short of 14 inches, and then a little largemouth.
Big E.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I might be.
Related to the RV park, right? Chandler, I hate it, man, but hey, at least you got a couple.
Yeah, we did. We made the most of it.
Yep.
Where were y'all at when it happened? Like right out there, just around the corner out here?
Yeah, no.
We were headed to the dam. This is where I caught my fish in here yesterday. We just happened to go out right in front of this creek.
Amazing here.
Good
you know the routine. You got a big fish, little fish. Actually, you know what? You guaranteed you got the biggest fish, little fish. Yes, sir. Is that your big one?
That's the big.
Stick him in here. Oh, there's a spot. That's a nice pretty spot. Is this for a big fish? 2.13. You got a little fish?
Yeah.
Measure him because you don't know what he's going to be. And he's going to be worth. I'm jumping back. He's going to be worth $50 for the smallest one. Little fish. .78. Go ahead and give them all to me. Pretty fish though. I bet he was not a head person.
No.
Chandler Todd, 3 fish, 3 alive, 4.01 pounds, 4.01. Good job, Chandler. As you fish, in the course of time, somebody's boat in every one of these big tournaments, at least one breaks down. Steve Garner, North Carolina towing leader from yesterday. How many fish you got, sir? Boat number? Boat number 2 fish. Boat number 46, Steve Garner. 2 fish, 2 alive. 1.66. 2 fish, 2 alive. 1.66. To my left is a live leaderboard. Anybody?
That's step 1 right there.
Real small. Big fish for today. Co-angler, 2.84 pounds. 2.84 pounds. First limit of the day for co-angler.
That's not good. That's gonna be like 8 pounds.
5 fish, 5 alive, Mr. Jeff White. 8.09 pounds.
Did 0.8 for you, sir? Oh, I still got him. If he had 0.84.
Hold that big fish right here for the camera to see first. Oh my goodness, that's pretty.
That's good.
Let's see how much she weighs.
That's not good. He had 1.26.
Come on. Come on.
4.59 pounds. 4.59 pounds. 3 fish, 3 alive. 6.46 pounds. 6.46 pounds. Good job on that big fish, Dave.
He only caught 1 yesterday.
That's gonna be crazy. You win a 2-day tournament with him back.
And I lost the 4-pounder. This shit would be over if I would have got that 4-pounder in the boat. We broke down, so we had to stay in that hole. We had to stay in that creek all
We came
day.
back in there 2 or 3 times and y'all were
Yeah, we broke down, man.
Good job. 7.28 pounds. Thank you,
It was 0 yesterday.
All right, everybody's weighed in. I'm gonna close the scales and, well, since everybody's weighed in 30 seconds just to make sure. Live leaderboard over here. We can show it by weight. We can show it by order. We can show it by boat number.
Here you, buddy. Good job. Congrats, bro. Good job, man.
Winner from the North Carolina division, top co-angler, Chandler Todd, pulling it off also from Wilmington. Chandler will be representing North Carolina as the co-angler at TBF National Championship.
That is a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Crazy excited. Just got my packet actually the other day. So excited to get up to Kentucky Lake. We're gonna practice all 3 practice days. I'm gonna film a practice video, and then I'm gonna film obviously the tournament as much as I can. I'm gonna try my best to do a good job swapping them batteries out, swapping them cards. I get kind of locked in. I start fishing, and I hear that dee dee dee, and I ain't even want to mess with it. I just keep going. So I'm gonna do my best, especially if this YouTube starts growing, man. Subscribe. Helps me know that you guys care and you guys want to see more content, you want to see more videos, and maybe next time I hear that beeping on that GoPro, I'll swap batteries knowing that I got a good audience that cares about what's going on. So thank you again. Make sure you subscribe. I can't wait to get to TBF National Championship. Kentucky Lake. There's 52 guys in my way. They're not gonna stop me. I'm Chandler Todd. This is what I do.